Hello, my name is Hanna Crawford, and today I will be discussing the carbon footprint of interior renovations and remodeling. So what exactly is the problem? A large part of interior design is about renovating the interiors of existing spaces. This can mean tearing down walls, changing out finishes, changing lighting, and replacing furniture. Traditionally, the focus of interior design was more on the comfort, aesthetics, and functionality, not the sustainability or longevity of the designs. Reports have found that because of the frequency of renovations, as well as how they are done, the carbon footprint of the interiors are often equal, if not more than the footprint of the structure's construction. Home renovations should be done every 15 to 20 years if in good condition, but many people renovate their homes every 5 to 7 years. An example of some of the commonly used materials in interior design is plastic. Traditional plastics are dangerous to the environment and bad for sustainability because they have a high carbon footprint. Plastics are not biodegradable, and both their manufacturing process and recycling process can produce toxins and cause pollution. However, they are still used in many products for interior design. So what exactly is the impact of this problem on our environment? Carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide, associated with an activity or a building. It can include emissions from manufacturing, usage, and recycling or demolition afterwards. Interior renovations often lead to significant resource consumption, waste, and pollution. All these can further harm the environment and increase climate change. So why should we care? A large carbon footprint has been shown to have an increasingly negative effect on people, especially their mental health. Greenhouse gases can cause air pollution, which has been connected to higher rates of depression and anxiety. Air pollution also leads to asthma and heart and lung disease, especially in the population's most vulnerable groups, such as children, elderly, and those with disabilities. Climate change also greatly affects rainfall and drought patterns, which can cause increased water scarcity all over the globe. How can you help? As interior designers, there are many things to consider to try to lower the carbon footprint of a design. Most important is energy efficiency. This is a cornerstone of sustainable design and directly impacts the cost of operations and the size of the environmental footprint. Ways to promote energy efficiency include passive design, which reduces the need for mechanical heating and cooling by designing the layout and orientation of a structure to work with the natural weather. Another possibility is through renewable energy integration, which can be done by use of solar panels and wind turbines. Another way to help is through use of sustainable materials. This can include materials that are recycled or reclaimed, locally sourced, or rapidly renewable, which means the source can more easily replenish to meet the needs of consumption. Another important trait is durability and longevity, which can reduce the need to renovate as often. Lastly, waste reduction can also lower a design's carbon footprint. Some examples are managing the construction waste so that less will go to the landfills, designing for disassembly, which allows for easier reuse of products at the end of their life cycle, and creating recycling and composition programs. Other important things to consider are material efficiency and conducting a life cycle assessment, which helps identify areas that can reduce waste in a product. One example of a rapidly renewable resource is bioplastic. Bioplastics are derived of the biodegradable organic matter of plants, animals, or microbial origins. Bioplastics decrease the carbon footprint of manufacturing. Bioplastics that are biodegradable, meaning they decompose naturally, support plant growth and are sustainable, but have shorter lifespans. Bioplastics that are not biodegradable are sustainably manufactured, but have longer lifespans. Thank you again for listening to my presentation on the carbon footprint of interior renovation and how we can potentially mitigate it in the future.